Can go. Taylen right off the bat, a pretty exciting catch by Broden. Just what was that like? That play, walk me through it to kind of get the day started like that.
Yeah, I saw him in man coverage. So, I knew I love my guys in man coverage, and they tell me all the time, just throw it up, and I'm gonna make a play. What she did. So, when he made it, it just set the tone. It set the tone for like the whole practice, and I had to go celebrate them in the end zone. So that's what I like. We're always having fun.
Yeah. And then what's it been like, kind of working with Malachi specifically? What's it been like mentoring him some?
Yeah, it's been really cool. Just being in that. They remind me all the time that I'm an old head. I don't think about it like that, but and they always remind me and make a little bit of jokes, but it's all good. But he's done a great job. He's just being a sponge. Asking some questions. Asking questions to me or ask questions to Petrino and stuff like that. And just I tell him all the time like anything that I do, good or bad, like learn from it. And just because I was in that role too. And, that's what I did, and good. And like I said, good or bad learn from it and apply it, to, the next series because, he's right up. And so, sometimes we have similar plays. So that's what I don't take for granted. I know that I have, either but whether it's Malachi or KJ or Blake or Austin, just looking up to me. So I don't take that leadership role for granted.
Cam, seriously, how vicious was that heat today?
Man, well, I tell you, it was something serious, but we'll have to adjust to it pretty soon because we have a lot of afternoon games. It's the first day, just knocking off the rust from both sides of the ball. I can really talk specifically about myself. I feel like I had an all right day in the heat. I kind of let the heat get to me mentally, and once it got to me mentally, it affected me physically. So uh, we got another day tomorrow, so just got to take it one day at a time, and we'll be better tomorrow. I know me, I'll be better tomorrow.
Day one overall defense. What were your thoughts?
I thought we started out a little slow. Heading into the break, I think we came out a lot better. Just getting the rust off, trying to get better every day.
Cam, I wanted to ask you about Danny Saili. What are your thoughts on him, and you think he can help you this year?
Yeah, I feel like Danny can help us a lot. Just him not necessarily being undersized, but he's probably about 6 foot, 6'1". Just for his center of gravity, not being so, I want to say short, but him, being a little down there. Just he's a strong. He's stable. Let's go stable. He's a strong kid, man, and he has good technique. Coming from out of Hutch and BYU where he came recently. He's going to play a major part in our defense, especially in the defensive line, and we love him as a person, and he's a great addition to the defensive line room.
And I wanted to ask you about a couple of guys. Larry Worth, who's was a linebacker working some at nickel, a spot you've worked obviously, and then Anthony Switzer, who's been a nickel and worked at linebacker. What are your thoughts on those players and just them kind of mixing up roles a little bit here?
Yeah, both of them can play any position, like both linebackers and the nickel. Larry's long, and so I mean, he can really once he gets hands on, he's really disruptive on routes. And Switzer, he's played linebacker, he's played safety, and so I think he just knows a lot of ball, and so he knows how to fit in different roles.
Hey, us as a DB, I don't know how good a look you got at Broden's catch, but what were you, as a defensive guy, what was your thought on that?
I thought I forgot who was in coverage, but I thought he was in great position, and then Broden went and made that catch. I mean, so it's always a back and forth battle. So you're just kind of like in awe of it, but you just got to keep playing till the whistle. And so I mean, he made a great catch though.
Hudson, Coach Pittman yesterday was giving TJ Metcalf some love. Where have you seen him make strides from maybe last year to this point this year?
Yeah, I think he's grown a lot mentally. He's getting mental reps whenever he's not in. He's grown physically, and I think he can fit in a bunch of different positions. And so I'm excited to see what we put him in, and I think he'll be able to fit in well.
Hudson, we already kind of talked about those guys that are versatile. Have you been able to provide them any advice? As someone that's played safety and nickel and kind of bounced around the defense, what have you been, saying to them?
Yeah, I mean, in meetings, we're all the secondaries together, and so just being able to learn every different position. I mean, you never know if somebody goes down, you got to move, and so I think just being together and thinking alike, not necessarily on the field, it's really helped us.
And Taylen, Broden's catch, but he had a great spring too. It seems like he's been one of your favorite targets. I mean, is it good to see a guy that has a good spring and then just day one already kind of keeps that going a little bit and keeps the momentum rolling here this fall?
For sure. I mean, that's one of the things that, me and there was like the receivers and I was talking about just carrying over what we did in the spring and carried over, the chemistry that we built in the summer, all the routes on airs and the stuff like that. So it's really cool to, just see it, all our work coming to fruition. Is that the right word? Fruition, my bad.
Oh, you know how to spell it. He's like, you got it.
Yeah, for Cam or Hudson, for you guys, what's it been like watching kind of some of the new linebackers who have come in, someone like Xavier Story, and really, have to take hold of the defense being in that linebacker position?
Oh man, it's been good. We got a lot of backers out of the portal, and it's a couple that have already shown what they can do. I know Sori, he was making a huge impact in the spring, and just as a defensive lineman, it takes a lot of pressure off you when the 2 or 3 guys behind you on the field, know what they're doing, can direct you at times that you're lost and the crowd's too loud or stuff of that nature. But I feel like Sori's been coming along, Diggs, Switzer, Larry. I can go on and on. I can tell you that every linebacker we got out of the portal has came in and made an impact, and that's what we needed them to do, and they've done it, lived up to it this early.
I had a question for you about the D-line depth. Like Sam Pittman's talking this team up and, leadership and camaraderie. What do you make of the D-line depth and just togetherness?
I feel like we are closer than we ever have been before. We have a lot of depth at all positions, whether it's old guys, new guys. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's one specific leader in the room. I can tell you that our defensive line room is a player-led room, and it's all big thanks to Coach Adam, Coach Green, and Coach Hop for just molding us and teaching us and showing us the way. So we're a real good, close group because we spend time with each other off the field, not just on, play games with each other, and we like to joke on each other a lot. So it's a good room, man. Like I said, on the field and off the field.
We're hearing different things about where the headset thing will come in. It might be a safety. Have you guys made any moves on that yet?
No, we haven't brought that out this camp yet. It's only the first day, but I'm sure we'll get to it soon. I don't know whether they'll do linebacker or safety, but we'll see.
Wish the lineman can have it.
Taylen, how was Coach Petrino today? Did the heat get to him at all?
The way it looked to me, he was barely sweating. Like he had his shades on and everything. I was like, okay. I saw the shades when he walked into the meeting room. I made a comment on it. He said, "Oh yeah, I think there was like Ray-Bans or something like that." So I was like, all right,
Big money Trino.
hey. So, it looked like he was cool, calm, and collected.
Hey, let's appreciate you. Go ahead, Bob. Last one.
I see the microphone, I guess. Hey, I'll ask this for Hudson and Cam. No offense, Taylor, you weren't here this year. But Ben said yesterday, and Sam did too, that it was the hardest summer you guys have had. Lifting heavier, more running. Just what was it like? How would you compare last off season to this off season? Just how do you think that helped y'all?
I could say from a personal standpoint that this summer and this offseason was more of a mental. Physical wise, yes. But if your mind wasn't in the right space, if you said it was hard, or if you just couldn't push yourself, then yeah, it was hard. But I can't say it was challenging, way better than last year. But that's because we have more standards that we have to live up to. We went 4-8 last year. That's a nasty taste in our mouths. So like every little thing, we went back and see what we could have fixed and did better. And it started in the offseason in the weight room.
Yeah, I think we had just a bunch more guys pushing each other, holding each other accountable. The numbers don't lie. I think Coach Sauter said we're the strongest we've been, the fastest we've been based on the catapult and with our maxes. And so, I mean, we pushed ourselves and didn't let anybody go below the standard.
Thanks, Good job.